All right, so what's up, everybody? We've got Steve Eaton, the Patriot. He's got his little name tag down there, says Patriot. He's here with us. We got Chadwick with us here as well. You have to say hi, Chadwick. We can't see you wave.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And
Nobody
then
wants to see him.
yeah, we got Colby here with us also. And we're just I'm excited. This is going to be a great season for 2021. 2020 was a little rough. Still had fun.
I think rough is an understatement on that one.
Yeah. When our local off-road facilities opened several months late because of everything going on, so it was a hard season. It was a small season last year for us. So things are running on time this year, though. We're excited, but we're going to be coming out to you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, right at 2 weeks.
That's why you don't have any hair, because you've been pulling it out. It's 2 weeks away.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah, I know when it comes down to getting down to the wire, things start getting exciting. So,
well, yeah, you end up in the prep side of life, and I think a lot of people don't realize how much work goes on the back end of these events. There's no question, which is what we want, right? So all the work is all about, everybody showing up, and it's just seamless and it's flawless, and there's a lot going in, from now on out. Everybody's hustling, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know when I came to VIR last year, I came to the fall event there with you guys, and man, I got there and life was a party. It was great. Everything went smooth. I had a good time. But then in the back of my head, being an event organizer myself, I'm like, these poor bastards.
Yes. No, honestly. Yeah, it's a lot of work. The thing is, I think we both, all of us here, do this because we enjoy it, right? It's the end game that we're all after, and it's the passion of the sport. And at the end of the day, it's worth it,
I think it's like the rush for me, like, making the event work and people having a great time.
Yes.
Like it's a thrill, like,
look, when you got 100 people going home with smiles on their faces and things to talk about, memories for a lifetime, and you being a part of making that happen, I mean, that's just epic. Not, who gets the chance to do what we do? I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Nobody.
Yeah, that's a cool part. And then also you got to think, going into the event, there's a lot of the pre-programming of it that your core team is mostly involved in. Me and Steve are involved in every single aspect of it, of course. But then we have, support people around us that help make everything happen. These are the people that aren't known to everybody. These are the people. These are, our track officials, just everybody that helped make the whole event possible. That help support like me and Steve with our events. They're showing up early, right before the event kicks off, and I mean, yeah, it's work, but we're hanging out with like really close friends, really good friends, so it makes it not like work. It's everybody looks forward to it. Everybody loves when it comes up to 2 weeks up, like right now where we're at. We're 14 days to the event. Come next week, everybody's getting giddy. Everybody's like, oh, dude, my truck, I got the lights on, I got the new tires on, I got everything on. Where's everybody at? Dude, my part didn't come in. Everybody's getting all testy and stuff right about now. Just like, some people are ready. And if you're like me, you wait till the last second and everything. It's like, whatever happens, happens. I'll show up with a half-broke truck and still have fun. I don't care. Because
how many people here? We got 4 of us here, and I'm sure anybody listening, and there's got to be quite a few of you. How many people have trucks on a rack right now, getting ready?
I wish it was on the rack. How about that? Well, before
I ordered my parts about a week late.
No, that's never good these days because parts are on delay no matter where they're coming from.
Oh man, it's so bad. Yeah, and they were like the main part that I needed. I needed new rear leaves and.
Oh yeah, you go Devers. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah, those are tough gets right now. So it's everything from shocks to Devers to Yeah, it's impossible. Things don't change soon. I don't know how
Yeah.
people's going to keep going.
Anything suspension related is just, yeah. I just heard Kings are like, what are Kings, like 6 months out or something right now?
Yes.
I think I heard 20 weeks.
Yeah, the
20
last weekend I heard
don't
was
math
16
that
to 18 weeks on Kings. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That
Absolutely
would have been a
insane.
good stock to get into.
And it's not even their fault.
Right.
That's the worst part.
No, it's
Their suppliers' fault, or the shipping from their suppliers.
I think it starts from
Supply chain
manufacturing
is so
down.
screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supply lines are destroyed right now. Manufacturing is destroyed. I think don't quote me on this one, but I've heard most factories are running at about 30% capacity. And demand hasn't changed. So those are the figures I've heard. It's insanity is what it is.
Yeah. Well, that's rough.
Well,
but let's get back to the
That's going to
fun
be
Yes.
stuff. So tell me about VIR. I was there last year. Is there anything different this year from last year?
maybe. Maybe.
What kind of secrets are you after, James?
All of the state secrets. I'm like Oprah. You're gonna talk. No, I'm not like Oprah. If I was like Oprah, my truck would be fully built because I'd be rich.
Hey, Oprah, do we all get a new car?
Yeah, you get a new Raptor. You get a Gen Force all the way around.
No, we there actually is a big secret for VIR that I'm gonna keep that a secret. But as far as changes on the venue, nothing but positive, right? The obstacle course is a lot more groomed this year. I know last year was the first year running everything out there, and the obstacle course was pretty overgrown, hard to kind of figure out where you're headed. So more direct, more groomed, which I'm excited about because I love that area. So it's not all about high speed. I mean, these trucks will do everything you want them to do, right? So you want to blast through the desert, you want to send them. They're going to do that. You want to hit some rock climbs, rock crawl, steep hills, whatever you want to put these trucks through, they will absolutely do it and don't break sweat. So VIR is a venue that will bring you every aspect and that you can possibly do with your truck, which is what I love it. You got the shooter's course, that short course, you're up, you're back, it's over. We got our rally course still going, which is the longer, right at 2 miles start to finish. And the obstacle. Another thing that's different on this round is we will not have the Patriot course this time, which is the asphalt road course.
Okay.
But that is coming back in November. So we're going to do VIR one more time in November. We will add the Patriot course back to it and maybe some more surprises as well. So
that's awesome. So now I just want to clarify something because I got a lot of track guys around me and they hear VIR and they're like, yeah, that's a track place,
Yeah, absolutely.
Not an off-road place. But they actually used to run some events there that were they were off-road events there back in the day, and they stopped, right?
Yeah, so there's a field, it's across from the go-kart track on site. Years ago they did have a little bit of a course going on. So what we've done mid last year, we got with Mike Evok for Racing for Heroes. He actually came out to Durhamtown before we did anything with VIR, and he got a chance to see what we're doing. Was stoked about it all, so he went back to VIR and reinvented that off-road course there on the field. Past that, we added the additional course, those shooters on the backside as an addition. Actually, last year, our team, the tour team, God bless them, we built that shooters track ourselves.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people don't know this, but that track got built the day before everybody showed up. It was absolutely insane. Yes.
So that talk. Ooh, holy moly! Talk about putting in work.
You betcha. Yeah, we're gonna go to VIR. We'll hang some banners. We'll put our tent up, and we're ready. Right now, we got a whole track to build. Let's go.
Nice.
So that was fun.
Awesome. It was great. I loved it. The track was awesome. I really enjoyed how if I didn't have a built Raptor, I could have fun on the course. But if I did have a built Raptor, I could still have fun on the course and not.
Well, I think that's probably the best point. And I know Chad's dying to speak to this. He talks about this a lot. So I'm gonna give this one to you, Wick.
Yeah. So, I've talked to a couple of people and people that haven't been to events before that have been on trail runs. They're like, we really want to go to VIR, but we're not track people. Our truck's not ready for the track. And it's like, whoa. What do you mean your truck's not ready? It's a Raptor. That's why these are Raptor specific events. Your truck is literally born ready. And one of the biggest points that I like to speak to on this whole thing is that Steve Eaton, one of the fastest guys that I've seen in a truck or in a car, he was setting track records. Well, okay, so we weren't timing officially, but he was setting track records in a pure stock Raptor, smoking people with built Raptors. So just so you guys know, a stock Raptor does just fine. You just don't want to jump at 20 feet in the air. Take it easy,
Right.
Take it easy, have fun. But you can put them around corners and you can get into it and have a really good time in a stock Raptor. We build ours because we like to jump high, When you build the suspension, it's purely for jumping. It's a little bit cornering, but not as much. It's for jumping. Silver Lake, like what you guys are getting ready to do, my whole bypass, my whole mid-travel up front, that's built for your guys' place. That's built for Silver Lake type stuff. So I can't wait to see Silver Lake.
Yeah.
That one. I'm pretty excited about that one also. But yeah, I like to say it's like buying an expensive suit, right? You buy an expensive suit off the rack. It's a really nice suit. It's finely tailored. It's got the best materials. It's not tailored to you, right?
Correct.
You can tailor it to you and make it better, but it's still a really nice suit. So these trucks roll off the factory floor being the best in the business.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no question. And to speak to the stock truck, it's I think a lot of these guys, they see the built trucks like the Patriot or the Brass Monkey or the one of the pictures behind you, and they could get intimidated at these events. But absolutely, these trucks, like was stated, were built, were born to get out there and rumble in the dirt. Besides that, there's no pressure, no requirement to get out there and beat your trucks up.
No.
That's really not what we're here for. You ride your skill level, you ride your comfort level, and just enjoy it. It's an opportunity to test your modes, which you might not get a chance to. It's an opportunity to feel what your suspension really feels like, that you don't get to do on a day-to-day basis.
Now, I want to clarify. See, I always do this. I want to clarify the picture that you see here behind Colby. That's a Gen 1 on stock suspension, 100% stock suspension. And actually, shocks that probably are pretty well overdue for a rebuild. And he was doing that all day long just fine. My truck here, you can see, there we go. Right there, the red JRZ shocks, not stock. I can run that all day long and get a little bit more air and have a little softer landing. But when I was stock, I was kind of doing the same thing. And probably shouldn't have been.
For sure.
So, these stock trucks are beautiful. But yeah, so that picture of Colby, behind Colby there, he's at Silver Lake doing that jump. I'm here in Chicago doing a jump here. I know you guys came out here for Snowball. Both of you were here. And Squatch was out there jumping his truck. I don't know how he jumped his truck. I couldn't find a jump in that field.
I know right where he did it. Yeah.
Dude, he's Squatch, so that dude, he'll go run into the woods and come out screaming, laughing, having a ball. That's just what Squatch does. That's how he got his name. Dude's just nuts. He's a maniac. And just so you know, just to add to this fun, Squatch is part of the fun. He's part of the core team. He is sitting on fresh suspension right now, and he cannot wait to get out there and dial it in. He's got fresh suspension, he's got a fresh skid plate, and he's got fresh airbags. And he knows what the off-road mode is. So yeah, he's good.
Well, the skid plate won't stay fresh too long, so that's all
No.
right.
No,
Well, that's a guy that
you-
he could send it on the salt flats. So,
That's awesome. All right, so your guys' event is April 23rd through 25th, right?
yes, yes, it's the
I just make sure
24th
my
and
count-
25th. So
Early check-in on the
registration.
23rd.
Yeah.
correct?
Early check-in, early registration 23rd, which would be a Friday.
And what
Kind
are
of
you
hanging out.
requiring for your event? What do they have to have with them on their trucks to run at your event?
So this event, the rules are really not many. It's not like a trail run. We're on a closed course, so you need to have a radio, whether it be a handheld or hard mounted. Either way, it's going to be fine. We're not getting far away from each other on a closed course. Radio is definitely a must. We prefer to have your spare tire bed mounted, not stuck under the truck. And chase lights in this environment, it's preferred, but again, you're not out on a trail chasing trucks down, so still not mandatory. I actually have some temporary chase lights that I put together that if anybody wants to use when they come out, they're readily available. We pop them on the truck, kind of stick to the back window, plug them in the cigarette lighter situation. So we can provide chase lights for trucks that don't have them. Outside of that, there's plenty of temporary lights available that aren't, a lot of people don't want to mod their trucks, right? They're like, I ain't going to that. I don't want to put holes in my whatever. There's lots of temporary options for chase lights to do all kinds of events and be following the rules. So
not only that, but Off Road Alliance, all of our vendors are going to be there, and there's going to be people there that have stuff for sale. The one thing that Steve's missing on this is that you do have to have a DOT approved helmet for this event. It's just, it's a track environment, and that's something they require everywhere on grounds if you're in a vehicle that's running at an event. Whether it's on the go-kart track, wherever it's at, you have to have a DOT approved helmet. And you can find $30 DOT approved helmets at Walmart. So that's not a big deal. And if somebody forgets their helmet and gets there, they're not out of the event. We got some that we can loan out, a very limited amount. The big thing is that we have to wipe them down because of COVID, so we're really not trying to advertise all that. But if for some reason somebody shows up and they're light-handed with that, we can help out.
That's awesome. Now, I want to go back really quick to something you said, and you said spare tire in the bed of the truck. So I know a lot of guys around here, they get caught up on that, and they're like, man, I got to go spend $1,800 and get a tire rack in the bed of my truck. No, you can spend $15 and get a ratchet strap and strap it down. It's not like, it's not for looks. It's just so that if you blow a flat, God forbid, you get a flat and you're laying on the tire, it's kind of hard to change it, right?
Absolutely.
And when you're on an off-road course or on a trail or anything like that, the reason we mount the tires in the bed is just for ease of use. So a ratchet strap in the bed tying down to the tie downs is not ideal, but sufficient.
Agreed. Yeah, there's no question. Yeah, good ratchet strap is more than enough to lock that tire down where we can get to it if we ever need to. So
awesome.
And actually there's one more requirement that I think everybody missed, and that's a fire bottle. Needs to be a fire bottle on that truck, whether it's mounted in the cab or in the bed, wherever you want to mount it. Needs to have a fire bottle for sure.
Yeah. And fire bottles, I try to keep 2 on the truck at least. I like to have one in the cab that I can reach, and then I like to have one in the bed in case I need it, not for me.
Absolutely.
Somebody else, or if somebody else needs it for me, they can grab it there too. So
Sure.
It's always good to have fire bottles handy.
And that's another thing that's not expensive to do. It's not hard. Your local auto parts store, $20-$30, you can get one that's going to be just fine. But you don't have to go out there and buy the most expensive thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of bougie like that. I kind of splurged a little on my fire bottle. I like it, but
yeah, we see the truck behind you.
But yeah, no, I agree completely. and that goes with any of the safety gear. It's better to have lower cost safety gear than no safety gear at all. And that's my theory on it. So, anything else about your guys' event that we have missed?
No, I don't think so. It's gonna be
You have
fun.
a raffle, don't you?
Oh, we did miss the raffle. We
did
got a very
Yeah.
small raffle.
really small.
And that's something that I'm very heartbroken about, is that now that I'm, ownership of a run company, I can't be in the raffles.
You know,
This is
James
putting me in a
told me
really
that
bad
the other
place.
day, and I was heartbroken.
Yeah, well,
I was like,
so
come
there's a little
on, man.
there's a little known fact, but Wick may have a secret nickname of Raffle Built. So this guy would go to events and just absolutely clean house every time. So yeah, but no, we got a huge raffle. We got lots of sponsor support actually every day. If anybody's been watching our page, I've been trying to keep up and post what's coming through, but it seems like every day there's something new and something cool. And there's no question that the raffle is probably one of the biggest we've done so far. So we've got 2 sets of tires, we've got torque arms, all kind of lighting, all kinds of stuff. It's really super cool. So
All right, Steve, hold on 1 second. My son's calling. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Say hi to the guys.
Hi, guys.
hey,
Bud.
So I've got Colby, Chadwick, and Steve on the Zoom call here. Can I call you back in a little bit?
Oh, well, I just called to say goodnight, so you don't have to call me that. You can
oh,
come with your friends.
Okay, bud. Hey,
good night, bud.
You got to apologize to Steve though for not saying hi when you were at his shop the other day.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
that was him.
That was him.
Oh yeah, I take my good night back then.
All right, bud. Talk to you later.
All right.
Oh man, he's so excited. He's gonna be at my event, and he's
Oh,
so
cool.
excited because he always misses the big events because of school or whatever.
So let's. I think that's a good lead in. Let's talk about yours. Yours is
man.
coming up right after ours, and I know that there's a lot of buzz on the Silver Lake side. So, what is going on in the north? I need to know.
So,
Everything.
I mean,
Everything.
literally, we're a month after yours.
Yeah.
We're the same weekend a month later. So we're the 21st through the 23rd of May.
Okay. Yeah, literally the month, then the next month. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really excited. The local guys are starting to get excited because they're starting to understand that, yes, it is Silver Lake Sand Dunes. We're going to have a blast on the dunes, but it's so much more than just the dunes.
Well, I think that's what everybody wants to talk about. So what's more, right? I know you've talked about, you've assisted in building a closed course somewhere nearby. So I personally would like to hear more about that.
Yeah. So if anybody that's been there quite frequently might know of the sand drag track that was at Silver Lake or Hart, Michigan.
West Michigan Sand Dragway.
That's what it used to be called. It's under new ownership now. And the new owners, they're race guys, they're sand drag guys. And they bought the facility because they wanted to help it grow. And instead of it being just a sand course now, or sand drag, it's going to be a motorsports park. And they're going to be holding rally races there and all kind of stuff. So Raptor stuff is kind of different than anything else. It's kind of closer to rally racing, but
we need bigger turns.
Yeah. Bigger turns, bigger jumps. Well, I don't know, some of those rally guys. Whew. But so I've been working with them over there and the new name of the facility is the West Michigan Motorsports Park. And so I've been working with them on designing a course specifically for us so that it has the terrain that we're looking for as Raptor owners, not necessarily the terrain that, maybe a place that's built for Jeeps would have, or a place that's built for just drag racing. I mean, there's going to be straightaways, but there's also going to be some really nice, some nice banks, nice jumps, several jumps. I know there's a little concern. There's some uncertainty about jumping on the dunes. There's some uncertainty about racing on the dunes, and
There's a lot of buzz out there.
There's a lot of buzz. It's a lot of buzz. Very little official word. But one thing I can say is official is that the Motorsports Park is going to have lots of jumps, and I am going to have a lot of photographers there to make you guys all look good. Because we all know the photographers make us look good. We don't do it. Like we don't do that. That's the photographer.
Yeah, no. Definitely rely on the talents of others.
Yeah, so that's a fun part. We're also we're scouting out some trails to do some trail run as well. Every evening of the event is going to have a sunset cruise, and
Oh, nice.
we're providing all the meals too, except for
I was about to ask that. Yeah. So what's your food situation? What's the food situation like?
Oh, so I've been planning this now for about 9 months, you know, and when I first started investigating the different facilities and everything around, everybody kept telling me, they're like, hey, did you go by Golden Sands? I'm like, no, this is Silver Lake. Like, why am I going to go to Golden Sands? It sounds like a retirement home. No. And they're like, no, you got to check it out. It's a golf course. I was like, oh, great. I'm trying to hold an off-road event and you're sending me to a golf course. I appreciate that. And so I'm thinking, you know, maybe banquet facilities, whatever. And so I go and check it out, and they're actually some of the coolest people that I have ever met. They have, I guess you can call it a golf course. I mean, it is a pretty golf course, but it does not live by any rules I've ever experienced on a golf course. So they've had Jeep invasion there, and they have had several Jeeps parked on every single hole of their golf course.
Nice.
And they have their own track facility as well. So just really cool people and the best pizza in town. So we are definitely going to be having pizza on Sunday. That's going to be a pizza brunch, kind of fill everybody up before they head home. And then, but we're having meals every night, and we're having lunch on Saturday as well. All of it's included.
Right on. Yeah, that's something different than the two of us. I think it's super cool that you're feeding them all through the event. I think that's pretty neat.
Well, Steve, I don't miss too many meals.
Yeah.
I mean, one or two. And I have had a salad this week, thank you. But
right on.
But I think you know, as much as we can, communing is important right now. You know, getting together with the family, the Raptor family. Especially after this past year, it's important to be able to come together.
Well, I think you just touched on the biggest part of what we do. You know, I think this goes way beyond getting the truck sturdy. It goes way beyond I want to jump my truck. It really is that community feel, the family feel, the get together. Man, these groups are so cool. Everybody's so great, and getting everybody in the same place with like interests, and it's just absolutely epic, that part of it. I think that's my favorite part. I think Chadwick's heard me say over and over again, I feel 75% or more of what we're doing is the get together. 25% or less is the driving aspect, in my opinion.
I can tell you right now, I've been to 3 events with damn near a broken truck. The only reason why I went is to run a little bit and then just to hang out with everybody. Because, I mean, you have an event once every couple of months. I've been to 2 Durham towns and then VIR with a broken truck. So, I mean, I'm not there to run all the time. I'd love to run, but the stars don't always align.
Sure.
So, you know, you can't always have a running truck for every single event. If, you know, you go and drive it, sometimes things happen. But, yeah, I show up anyways just to hang out with the guys, just to see everybody, meet new people. Because here's the one really cool thing. You know, nowadays when we're growing up, when we're kids, most of us here, besides that young little guy right there in the Off-Road Alliance shirt. Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
We didn't have internet growing up, so we didn't see all these faces. We would talk to people at school. We didn't know people in Arizona and all over the country from Facebook, from internet. So when you go to these events and you got people coming from different states, from Kansas, from Arkansas, from wherever they're coming, from Alabama, all over the place, you're like, oh, you're what's his name from there? Yeah, it's cool to finally put a face with a name. So there's so many people that you meet that you've actually been talking to for a long time, but you've just not connected it. You know what I mean? That's a really cool part of these events. These people hear about our events. They're coming from a long ways away, and you get to finally meet them, throw down for a couple of nights. Like Paul Herbach, one of my coolest long distance friends. He's a Silver Lake old timer. You know what I mean? He's a younger guy, but he lives close by. He's at Silver Lake all the time. So I really hope that you guys hang out with him, hook up with him. He's got a wealth of knowledge, and not only that, but he's really cool to hang out with. So yeah, it's really, I mean, that's like Steve said, 75, 80% part of these events is just hanging out with people, meeting people, and you know, doing our thing.
Yeah. You know, and it doesn't really matter what event you go to once you start going to them either, because you know, the truth of the matter is only 10% of our trucks actually ever see dirt, right? The other 90%, they might get dirty in the Starbucks parking lot. But
no, I think it's like 1%, honestly.
Oh, you just reminded me. I'm supposed to take a picture of my truck and my shoes tonight. I got to pull off someone.
Don't forget your D-cell batteries either.
Right.
You know,
But no, go on.
special points.
You're right.
I don't that. But yeah, okay.
But so
You know, we
go
we're all at. Go
you
ahead.
go
man.
to any event and you're going to start seeing the same people at all these other events, and it's like a family reunion whenever you get there.
Absolutely.
You know, I think
Go ahead.
I spoke to Steve and Chadwick both online, you know, quite a few times before actually meeting them at Snowball. And you know, one of the best parts of my experience at Snowball was being able to, you know, walk up and talk to both of you. You know, I've looked up to your build since I bought my Raptor a couple of years ago, and you know, you guys really greeted me like we've been friends for years. And I've noticed that throughout the whole community, that is how it is. And bringing people together is, like you guys said, exactly why we do what we do.
Absolutely. I'm the poster child for broken trucks. If I get more than half a day, if I get more than half a day, I'm happy, but I'm still there, man. It's the hangout. Forget about the truck. Let's grab a beer and talk trucks. I'm good doing that. So
Yeah, and I mean, James spoke about, you know, how bad 2020's been ever since everybody's been locked up and cooped up and stuff. This whole COVID nonsense. I think a lot of people are getting stir crazy. A lot of people are going out of their minds. These events, this is a place that you can go to escape reality, at least for a little bit, and let loose and do what you're supposed to do. You know, partake in your God-given right of enjoying America, enjoying what we want to enjoy. You know, having a pastime. You should invest in your pastime because that's what makes you whole as a human being. Period. You got to have fun. I mean, I understand people are still trying to work, connect, you know, make that monthly payment stuff, whatever they're paying off. You got to be able to go and blow off some steam and do something that's fun. And a lot of people don't understand about these events, you know, the whole camaraderie point about it. Most of these are family friendly events. Bring your kids, bring your dogs, as long as they get along with other people's dogs, and come have a good time. You know, come relax, come blow off some steam and meet some new people, man. It's, I can't believe the people that I've met through owning this truck. And I know it's been said day in and day out on Ford Raptor Forum and other places, like, dude, some of my best friends that I have right now, I met because of, you know, just running this truck. And it's because we all share a common bond. We love to go off-roading, and it's not always this track stuff. It's overlanding. It's setting your truck up. It's working on your truck. My truck's at Steve's shop right now. We go and hang out all the time. He's an hour and a half away from me. I take my truck exclusively to him now, and they take great care of me. And we go and we hang out in the shop. And while it's getting worked on, we're throwing down, and I'm learning stuff here and there. But I'm just gonna pay him to do my dirty work on that truck. I don't want to work on it. I just want to hang out while he's doing it.
You sound like the like the me and your guys' relationship. I drive to James 2 hours to work on my truck.
There you go. He can he can throw me all his dirty work. I'll take his money all day long. We're good.
There you go. It's funny. Speaking of like how you meet people with these trucks, right? So Colby and I have like very similar backgrounds when it comes to off-roading. Both of us are Marines. We were both light armored reconnaissance Marines, and we drove. Well, actually, both of us drove the recovery vehicle first when we first got to our units. And we drove LAVs. LAVs are 8-wheeled off-road vehicles. They're so much fun.
All right.
That
sounds fun.
Joy.
That can swim.
That can swim.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we have all these similar experiences, and then but he was in my sister unit, the unit that was closest to me that did the exact same thing I did. We never knew each other. We never knew each other until last year, brought together by these trucks.
Awesome,
Wow.
man. Thanks for your service
Yeah,
too, by
that's
the way.
incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it's just, the friends that I've developed in the past year and a half, because I have to be honest, I got my truck and I didn't jump into the Raptor community right away. I was driving around and I'd see a Raptor every once in a while, and I was like, should I do a Jeep Wave? And I was like, no. And and I just did my own thing. I off-road with my kids, whatever.
Can I cut in there? Anybody listening to any of this? Wave. I do the wave. Just wave back. It's amazing how many people don't. Just
I
don't do Jeep Wave. I do the Raptor Claw.
okay, whatever. Give me a peace sign. Give me something.
Flip them off. Something.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, no. Just the friends that I've made in this Raptor community though over the past year and a half, it's amazing, and we get together for so much stuff outside of Raptoring, and we come from very different walks of life.
Absolutely.
We have this common bond of these beautiful trucks. So anyway,
well, all right.
We can just chat for hours. I don't think people are going to want to watch it though. So.
No, we've lost. If anybody watched this far, they're all gone. I promise.
If anybody's still watching, they should get a prize.
My mom might be watching still.
Well, so
we need to do a Raptor build or like a Raptor build viewing or something where we get together and talk about specific upgrades. Maybe speak about sponsor upgrades. Just doing something simple like knuckles or tie rods. Speak to sponsored products. So your garage, I don't know if you have a good garage. I know Steve's got a great garage. We can start doing stuff like that to highlight, certain people at that time.
I can tell you don't watch my YouTube.
Set up a garage to use.
I can tell you don't watch my YouTube channel because otherwise you'd see Colby complaining about my garage.
Yeah, but to be honest, I watch no TV. The only time I'm looking at a screen is on my phone trying to call customers for work or answer to other people. So I literally watch no TV. So I'm not on Facebook watching stuff. I get on, I post stuff to Instagram, Facebook, and then I'm off spending time with the family. So I'm either working or spending time with the family. Other than that, no TV and barely any phone.
Another reason we do what we do. Too much work, right? You gotta play. You gotta play. Keeps you young. So
no, I posted a video today. Colby is a saint. I put him through hell. He came out the weekend before Snowball and helped me install my JRZs and my Devers. And it was 18 degrees outside.
And that is a good friend.
And his deck and his tire mount and
oh yeah. And the intercooler we did before though. But it was
but you guys are Marine.
Don't worry, we'll work in the garage.
Way worse than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we'll work in the garage.
With the door open. Because the truck don't fit in his garage.
Yeah, these trucks don't fit in many garages.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit in mine.
Yeah.
It'll fit in my garage. I just got to put Crisco on it first.
Let some air out of the tires.
Yeah. Butter it up real good. Slide it on in there. But speaking of prizes, anybody that's still watching, they definitely deserve a prize. We're going to be doing a little exchange here, right? So
Yes, that's
we're
right.
going to be giving you a registration for our May event to raffle off at your event in 2 weeks in April.
Sweet. And we will be giving you the same. And I think we decided the October event, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. And Kim Marie, she's going to be coming to your October event. She's really
That's
excited
right.
about that.
I can't wait. I've not met Kimmery face to face, so I'm actually looking forward to that myself. So yeah, that will be offered up, and hopefully we'll get quite a bit of junkies. I think I can add to that. Outside of the tour group, we're going to open that event first to the Raptor Junkies page, as a matter of fact. So.
Oh wow,
That's outstanding.
that's huge. Because I know your last one, it sold like super fast. So,
Absolutely.
The one down in Florida.
Yes.
yeah. I was that. By the way, the picture of your truck, Chadwick, in front of the hotel in Florida.
Isn't that epic?
Man, that like I have photography friends that would be mad because they'd lose an award to that. Like that was just an epic shot.
Thanks, man. Funny story about that. So we're rolling into town. That was our first night getting to our hotel. I told Steve, I was like, Steve, man, it's foggy out. I want to go get a couple photos of our trucks with the lights on. He's like, dude, I wanted to, but my power steering, my rack's out. I don't know how I'm going to turn my truck around. He had to white knuckle his truck the whole way to the hotel. And like I told you before, and like he said before, his truck's almost always broke. He's always breaking steering or something. And but like I said, the stars always align somehow, some way, shape, or form. So he had two things going on for him. One, he had no brakes. He lost brake lines. And one of our attendees actually had extra lines. And I ran into him on Sunday at a car wash. And I was talking to Steve on the phone, and I said something about brake lines. He's like, you need brake lines? I was like, yeah, you got some? And he showed me on his phone. He's like, I got this, this, and this. Will this work? I was like, let me text Steve. Steve's like, yes, bring them all. And we fixed his truck somehow, some way. Stars aligned, and it worked. Number two, we pull into the hotel, and that same guy that hooked us up on brake lines, he had a friend that worked at a dealership about an hour out and said, listen, let me call my buddy and see if we can figure out something for your steering rack. It was actually still under warranty, his truck, because he got it fixed, 9 months ago at Ford in Tennessee?
Yes.
So anyways, we called, they pulled some strings, said, yeah, I think they really like this truck, and that's why they hooked it up. But I can't even go into detail about how it all happened. Let's just say that they pulled some strings, they made it happen, and within 3 days, he had a properly steering truck, rack was fixed, everything was good to go, and it just somehow it just worked out, man. I don't know how it worked out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's Steve's luck too, though. Things always work out, and that's just Steve's luck. And I think it's because he's got good juju. He does good stuff for good people all the time. So sometimes
hey, just gotta love everybody, man. That's it.
Yep.
You know, I'm wearing the wrong shirt for that statement because I got a shirt that says, I believe in luck. The harder I work, the more of it I seem to find. And that, you put in the work and it comes back to you.
Absolutely.
Yep. There's silver linings everywhere. You just have to have your eyes open, and you'll find them. Yep. So yeah, you always keep your eyes open. You run into stuff. It's just funny how that works out sometimes. Looking back on it, it's like, man, how did all that stuff happen? When you're in the moment, you're in the situation, like, oh, hey, look what we happened into. And then next thing you know, you turn the corner, oh, hey, look what we happened into. You look back on it a month later, and you're like, how did that happen? How did that? Somebody's looking down on us. Somebody's smiling. You know what I mean? That's all there is to it.
That's awesome.
Amen. All right.
Well, I can't wait to see you guys in 2 weeks.
You as well.
please have shots ready for me because I have a prediction. I'm predicting that Colby's Devers are going to show up like 2 days before we get there.
Awesome.
And I'm going to have to return the favor and help him install his Devers before we come out.
Hey, bring them down. We'll install them right there on the side of the track.
There you go. We'll
We
just
can
throw
do
them in
that.
the bed. I don't know. It might be safer just to put them on before we leave.
So they can rattle off like yours almost did at Snowball.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh well, see now, Chadwick, that's a perfect example of silver linings. So when we were at Snowball, I don't know if you were aware of this, but I dropped my nuts off of.
I think I did hear that.
Yeah. So my
I
U-bolts.
thought your voice got deeper.
It did, and I was like, damn, that axle almost flew off.
No, I heard that like when we got back to the hotel one of the nights, maybe the second night, I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
I can't remember when it was. Yeah, it was one of those nights. I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, and so fortunately there was a set of Devers in the raffle, and the guy that won them let me use the Devers, the U-bolts to get home, and I ordered him a fresh set of U-bolts directly to him from Freedom. So I was very grateful. That's like one of those things.
Yeah.
Somebody's watching out for you, because otherwise we would not have been going home. The dealership was closed.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
and
that speaks back to the community relationships that we have here. I mean, did you know the guy prior to any of that?
absolutely not.
Yeah, exactly.
Never met the guy before in my
Well,
life. He lives in Glen Ellen, which is actually not far from me. You know where Glen Ellen is, Chadwick. It's about an hour north of me, but never met him before in my life, and he trusted me to send him, you know, brand new U-bolts, which aren't exactly cheap. So
No, they're not. The Raptor family, everybody needs to come and be part of it.
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Speaking of families, let's all get back to them. Y'all have a great night. And
You as well.
see you boys in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see you in 2
Yeah.
weeks.
And
Can't wait.
seeing
Ready
you
to rock
guys
it.
in 2 weeks.
Thanks,
Oh,
James.
be ready to help me fix my truck when I get there.
I got you. We'll get it done.
And I promise, James, I promise you are going to have a great time. You're going to have a blast. We got some special stuff
I have
in
no
store
doubt.
for everybody, but we'll give you first shot, first crack.
Woo. I have no doubt. We're gonna have a good time.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
buddy.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a great night.
See y'all.
Bye.